Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome back once again to My Hero Academia Vigilantes. We'll be watching episode 7 and last time on, we found out the true identity of Stendhal, or well, we saw what Stendhal has now become. That being the infamous hero killer Stain. At least we have seen where he will go. What sent him on his path, the fact that Knuckle Duster fucking decked him in the face. And well, I imagine that's probably the last we'll see of Stendhal Stain until we see him in the main show, cause yeah. Who else will we be introduced to? Let's get right into the episode. Be cool if we see UA at some point. Uh-oh. Don't trust. That's an interesting thing about hero stuff in schooling in this world. Of course, you figure it'd be a part of it. It's part of the world, especially if you're potentially learning to become a hero. But I mean, I imagine it's something you could go to college to study about. Because, you know, a lot of the hero course stuff we see, like, it's basically your high school. But what if you don't quite cut it for that? Can you still, like, go to a college to become a hero? It's like, I didn't quite make it back then. But, I mean, with the rules and stipulations in place in this world, if you don't do it while you're young, I don't know, some bullshit like that. Han Solo. Oh yay, our own Nason. I don't trust this. The creeper and the crawler. What's the take? Episode 7, Makoto X, the Hunter x Hunter reading of titles has ruined me. Makoto / Truth, yeah. Makoto X and X Truth. Uh-oh, are we really gonna do a love triangle thing? At least she grabbed her shoes. It's a funny trope. Right, because that's the first thing she would think of. Oh no, don't do that. I'm weak. I'm half expecting, like, the trope just like, I smell another woman. Did we discuss what the take part of this give and take is? It just seems too convenient. What if she's tied to the B girl somehow, even though college, high school, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Can you tell I have trust issues? I would love to see the full, like, official My Hero, like, history book. I want to see, like, what they show you in school version and then, like, the actual history book. You know, All for One stuff was stuff that was, like, completely scrubbed from the history books. Now I'm curious to see what the history books look like after the events of the main show, where All for One and Shigaraki are much more well-known names across the world. Yeah. But that changed. Yeah. Of course. Fucking what? Of all places. That's Robin. Okay, what the f? Knock off Robin, knock off Batman, and knock off Superman. Cool. Of course. Right. I mean, how do you ultimately judge who is a good quirk user and a bad one, you know? That's why that's one of the more fascinating topics of discussion in the My Hero world is the idea of who is a villain and who is a hero and who is truly right to judge as either. And then we have this show, which is like the gray area between villain and hero. Like, as both hero, villain, vigilantes, like all of them can do things that are morally correct, like, you know, saving people, but depending on what society has branded them as, being that hero, vigilante, or villain, it's be like, oh, well, they saved that person, but they're a villain or whatever. Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
ヒーローとヴィランに振り分け、この管理的側面については市民の武装権や自己決定権を侵すものであるとして、つまりは政治不信から来る誰が見張りを見張るのか問題のバリエーション。
Who watches the watchman? Yeah.
きっかけとなった自警思想が今度は否定の論拠になっているとも言えるわ。マッチポンプよね。というわけで、ビジランティズム、すなわち私的正義は公的正義たるヒーロー制度の祖であると同時に、テストではこれ書けば通るはずよ。付箋貼ったとこ見直しといてね。
That quick.
としたところで追加問題。例の新法施行の時にヒーローとヴィランを分けた決定的な要素って一体何だと思う？
New law.
正義の心とか。
その答えは秘密。
やだな、意地悪しないで教えてくださいよ。
私の自主研究のテーマ。協力してくれるなら答えはその時教えてあげる。
She said she had an interest in this area.
具体的には何をするんですか？
それはね、近頃噂のナルハタのビジランテについてのフィールドワーク。現代のビジランテという生きた化石的存在を通して
A living fossil.
得られるかもしれないでしょ。
How will you go about finding them?
彼らの活躍については聞いてますよ。
Is this gonna be like the stupid oh, we're gonna go out and look together, and then he's gonna be like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, and then he changes and then he like goes back and forth.
危ないんじゃないですかね。
そこでボディーガードの出番。
Unless Pop becomes the crawler for a little bit.
土曜の10時に駅前集合でよろしく。
It's a date then.
今度の土曜日か。
何ニヤニヤしてんのよ。
あ、ポップいたの？
But what's the catch? The true catch. Whoa.
ただいま。
Huh.
久しぶり警部殿。今材料を集めてるとこ。そうだ。兄さんって仕事で
Wife or daughter?
捜査情報を漏らせるわけないだろう。
じゃあせめて
I saw the eyes for a second and I was like, Froppy's family? But never gathered that eyes was a family trait.
ヒーローにインタビューとかオールマイトにコネがあったりしないの？
誠、ちょっと言っておくが、ヒーローはまだしもヴィランに興味本位で近づいたりするんじゃないぞ。必ず犯罪につながってるんだ。
あら、そこは罪を憎んで人を憎まずがポリコレでしょ。合法非合法はその時々の線引きによるというスタンスを私は支持するわ。
ここで議論をするつもりはないよ。口じゃお前にかなわない。
What is their relationship? Or well, I'm guessing either sister or daughter. She wouldn't look the same as him if it was his wife.
つまりうまくやれってことね。
違う、そうじゃ。
I like her spirit.
人の家に我が物顔でズカズカ入ってきて距離とか線引きをわきまえてないっていうか、
はい
ちょっと
はい。
全然知らないの。知らない。
Don't be hypocritical now.
フェイントを交えつつ相手に近づいて足を横に伸ばして引っ掛ける。後ろから追われる形になったら急停止して反転足払い。
He's learning.
そのまま後ろ向きに逃げる。
もともとお前の滑走は動きを読まれにくい。そこに牽制の足払いを。
And we steadily build up its speed.
考えたな、小一。
何それ、超うざいし。
相手にとって鬱陶しいなら技として有効だろう。
この間から機嫌悪いんですよ。実は。
Tell Dad your troubles.
俺たちの身元が第三者に漏れれば、警察や悪党どもが山ほど押しかけてくるぞ。
バカなんじゃないの？
まあ。
Yeah, that's why she's angry.
今回は任せるが、しかし公私混同は良くないぞお前。
どっちがこうでどっちがしなんでしょうか。
Are we that professional? I mean, it's not like we're an organization. Just 3 people hanging out. Blast.
こいつくん、今日はよろしくね。
But
よくお似合いです。素敵だ。
あんなの大して似合ってないし。彼らがよく現れる場所にはいくつか目星をつけてあるの。まずはそこから取材していきましょう。
It'd kind of be interesting if she does find out, but just chooses to keep quiet about it.
本人たちに会えれば何よりだけど、私が知りたいのはむしろ彼らに対する周辺の認識ね。プロヒーロー制度の発足時にヒーローとヴィランを分けた要素とは何か。
お、今度教えてくれるって
簡単に言えば人気ね。
そんなので決まっちゃうんですか？
決まった形のない力を一律のルールで縛ることには限界があるのよ。だからその力の使用の是非は
Hope we see Genus at some point.
法整備の遅れていた時代はそれがさらに顕著だったってことね。今回私が知りたいのは原始的ヒーローとも言うべきなるは
He's
ず
a
の
fucking demon.
現代のヒーロー制度や超人社会の根幹にも通じているはずよ。
なるほど、実に興味深いです。
じゃあ早速街頭インタビューカメラお願いね。
Man on the street.
ヒーローのことっすか？要するにクローマンのことっすか？っていうか
They know.
クローマンはあれだな。
That's funny.
もともとネット系のアイドルなんすけど、最近は街の見回りとかの活動もしてるっすね。怪我のないように気をつけてほしいっすけど。
Well, Pop said she didn't really want to get involved in all this, but now she's officially part of that crew.
げんこつじじいはあいつはやべえっす。
クローマンちょっとキモい。
拾って届けてくれていい子よ。
A lot of mixed messages about him.
ボケてブリブリ。
プちゃんっていうのお尻がいいよね。
My god. I'm all too familiar with Pop Step's manga design, and I'm very grateful that the anime did not decide to go with it. Though I'm honestly surprised I didn't.
なんか通り魔みたいなおっさんがうろついてて怖い。
Said not to get involved with villains.
ポップステップに関する意見で多かったのは、お尻、かわいい。クローマンはキモい、便利だけどキモい。
He has the most diverse opinions about him. Whoa. Birdman. What is this, the Blue Lock crossover? Soccer. That's a quirk? So you're gonna show his quirk?
好都合じゃん。パソコン取られたら勝手に懲りて帰るでしょ、あの女。
そんなわけにはいかないって。
I'm a vigilante.
クローラーの正体は決してバレてはいけないが。
なんでそこで余計な見栄を張るのよ。
Totally not suspicious. He went to that alley and then that came out.
くらえ。新技高速ダブル足払い。ドリブルしながら避けた。
Ugh. Catch it. I hope she sees him as just like Koichi, because his face is not covered, despite the fact he has glasses.
大丈夫？
いやパソコン取り返そうとしてこれ
Mm.
先輩が取材してる例のビジランテがさっそうと駆けつけてくれて彼の頼みと言ったら
クローマンは別に役に立ってねえだろ。
Let him have it.
おかげでいい資料が取れたわ。
はい。
できれば
Listen, Pop, you're great and all, but how old are you? She's only what, in high school? Middle school? I don't know if it's meant to be.
最後に光一くん個人への質問。君がクローマンなんでしょ？
深内誠、個性、ポリグラフ。
Shit.
その能力は相手の発言の真偽の判定だ。
違いますよ。
You're not the crawler. I'm the crawler. Didn't even
今あ
hesitate
る
though.
材料だけでも形くらいはでっち上げられるけど、いいネタ掴んだと思ったんだけどな。勘が鈍ったかな。
I never really thought about it. Does Sakuchi have a quirk? Is that part of it? I mean, that'd be a convenient power. I mean, he's the lead detective.
しっかりしろ。調子に乗るな。真剣さが足りない。要努力。
ポップステップ、尻、歌下手、尻だけ、もっとケツ出せ。そもそも俺はクローマン呼びを公式に認めたわけじゃないからね。俺はザ・クローラーだからクローマンじゃな
They
い
could do
から。
both. It'd be funny.
私にってどうするのよ。
My god. The crueler. Well, that was episode 7 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. We're already over halfway through this first season, which makes me sad. But it's also like, I'm curious where we ultimately build toward, because so far it's just kind of like just story of the week kind of thing. Just slowly building up these characters. But I know this manga goes to some crazy places. Whether or not we get there at this first season, we'll wait to be seen. We now have a new character. Tsukauchi's daughter or sister. Whatever, I'm fucking Googling it. Tsukauchi is her older brother. Got it. I needed to know that because it didn't tell me. I figured it was a sibling relationship. It seemed a little too old to be her daughter. But yeah, that does make me wonder, does Tsukauchi have a quirk? If he has a similar sort of ability like that, I mean, it's the perfect thing to be in the police force. It's funny that they did interview B-Girl at one point, but she let him go. What if her ultimate ability will be that she takes all the trigger that she has and becomes a giant bee? A new player has been added to the board in this vigilante world, and I'm curious to see where we ultimately go with that. Will the romance blossom? But either way, this is my reaction to episode 7 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Join me next week for episode 8. So everything else will be coming out soon. Till next time, I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.